really get in to all the good stuff, okay? So we're just gonna take a second to find your feet on the earth. My friends at home, maybe put on a little Pandora if you can't hear our music, but otherwise just start to become still and present within whatever space you are in. Maybe shifting the weight a little from left to right in the soles of the feet, wiggling the hips. Find 3 grounding breaths for me here. In through the nose and out nose or mouth. 2. Last one, big inhale. And as you exhale, come to stillness, presenting the palms forward to the top of your mat. I want you to pull that belly button into the spine, supporting the lower back. Let's take a big inhale to reach these hands overhead. Exhale, finding just a gentle star. Hold this stretch here. Now, inhale again, lengthening through the body. Exhale, you're going to make a little S shape with your arms as we find a side stretch. Leaning over, one more breath. And exhale, curve it to the front, forward fold. Let the arms dangle. Good job, guys. Feet width is your choice. You can rock it in stillness or shifting the weight. Let's inhale to find a half lift. Nice and easy. Connect to the core. Pull out of the lower back. And exhale, forward fold. Good. Inhale, roll up through the spine. Taking as much time as you need here. Exhale to really give those shoulders a few rolls as you reach the top. One more breath. And exhale to find stillness, pressing into the soles of your feet, presenting the palms to the front of your mat once again. Inhale, reach those hands overhead. Exhale, land in your star. Inhale, lengthening through the body. Exhale, making that opposite S shape with the arms and leaning over. If you need a little gentle bend in the knees, feel free. No need to push yourself too hard here. We're just grounding and warming up. One more breath. And exhale, fold to the front. Forward fold. Good job, guys. Give yourself a little wiggle. Shake the head, yes and no. Next inhale, find that half lift. Hold it for me as you exhale. Good. Inhale, come up, reverse swan dive from your half lift. Beautiful. Exhale, melt down, forward fold. Good. Ground those hands. Step the feet back to downward facing dog. I want you to think about down dog as your easy pose. So most of the time we're grounding in easy pose. Let's take a moment to really connect to our downward dog. Seeing what's going on in the body. Maybe our shoulders and neck are stiff so that we bend our knees a little bit more then. Maybe our legs are stiff and we need a little support in the upper body. Just give yourself some grace here. Either be still or find some movement. 5 more rounds of breath here. And only when you feel ready I want you to feel that heat generate in your down dog. And then when it feels like it's time to let go of it, you're going to lower into a closed knees child's pose. There we go. Don't hold the head up, Maria. Let it hang. Yes, my friend. So much nicer. There we go. Nice job, everyone. Just gently lowering to the earth. Let's take a little bit of extra time here to connect with the spine. To give yourself a little bit of space to loosen up. If you're feeling a little restricted with the knees closed, maybe grab your block for the forehead, beautiful. Or you can open those knees in your child's pose. It doesn't really matter. Just find something that feels good. There we go. Yes. 3 more rounds of breath here. Big, deep inhales down into the belly. And long, extended exhales, allowing your upper body to soften. There you go, Maria, good. Settling in, becoming aware, and knowing that the hard part is already done. You're here. Let's just breathe and feel good for the next hour. Last round of breath here for me. And as you exhale, rise into your tabletop. And if you're happy in your child's, Maria, you stay as you are. There's no rush. If you're up in your tabletop, take the hands just a little in front of your shoulders for me. Sometimes it's nice to open the knees a little bit wider too. I want you to take spinal waves, but in your tabletop. So it's going to force you to articulate the spine a lot more. Yes, no, I've got you. So the good way to start here is lean back into a cat in like a child's pose-ish shape. You're going to let that curve carry you forward. And then as you reach the front, you drop into the cow, lift the chin, and then you flare the tailbone back. There, that's right, Chelsea. And then you round as the hips get heavy, carrying your spine forward. And then let the belly hang, tailbone flares back. That's right. I got you. Let's all do it together. Inhale, round through the spine. It pulls you forward right here. Exhale, flare back, not all the way, because you're going to go back into your child's. There we go. Give me 3 more. And don't really worry about how it looks, right? It's just, we're just generating some movement in the spine. No worries. Last 2. Beautiful. 1 more. Big inhale. And long exhale. Good. Landing in your child's, staying here, or you're going to come forward into an upward facing dog or a cobra. So nice active stretch for the lower back here. My preference today is to leave the thighs on the earth, so I'm in more of a cobra shape. But if you need more activity, engage through the knees, lift the thighs off of the earth for your upward facing dog. Now roll the shoulders back and down. Present the heart, lift the chin. Give me 2 rounds of breath here. I'm shaking. This is not easy. There we go. Breathing. One more. As you exhale, tuck these toes as you press back into your hands. You're going to walk your hands back towards your knees and sit in a little toe sit. So hero with the toes tucked. If this is too much sensation, untuck the toes. It's totally fine, but I think it would be nice to open the soles of the feet. Friends at home, you can also put a blanket in between your hips and your ankles. If this is a little too deep of a stretch, you can put a block under the pelvis. You've got lots of options. But when you do arrive, let's try to not flare through the rib cage. Line it up, stack it up. There we go. 2 breaths here. Last one, big inhale. Exhale, untuck those toes. Give them a little tap. Good. And then sit back on the heels with the tops of the feet on the earth. All right, guys, let's take a little side body opener. So big inhale as you roll these shoulders back and down. One more. And then as you exhale, next time I want you to plant the right hand, reach over with the left side body. Let the head hang. And exhale, take it straight to the other side. So we're gonna flow between these two. Let's start to warm up the core. So inhale, come through center using those obliques. Exhale, dip and stretch. Inhale through center. Exhale, dip and stretch. 2 more to each side. Yeah, beautiful. Nice job, guys. 1. There we go. On this last side, as you're ready, unwind, coming back through center. And then this is going to feel really good. Just come onto the belly and open into your frog legs for me. Get a little sway going side to side. If you'd like an additional stretch, take your Sphinx arms so that you can open the heart as you're exploring in the hip girdle. 2 more breaths here. Last round. Exhale to let everything melt to the earth, opening your arms and legs out into an X. Good. Now, keeping your upper body grounded, hands planted on the earth, they're going to help you balance. I want you to lift your left toes, send them across the midline of your body. Try to keep your shoulders grounded. You're going to feel that twist in the lower back. Hold on to the low abs. Make sure that you're not going too far. Big inhale. And exhale. Come back through center. Good. Let's take it on the other side. Inhale, lifting the right leg. And then exhale, send those right toes across the midline of the body. Shoulders stay grounded. Maybe a cheek is on the earth. Maybe your forehead is planted. Big breath in. And exhale to unwind. Nice job, guys. We've got one more shape here in our warm-up. I want you to thread the right hand underneath the left arm, but we're gonna roll to our back, but pull your knees in towards your chest as your shoulders land. So you're in a right spinal twist. That's right, Chelsea, and then open your left arm, love. Beautiful, good. 2 breaths here. Nice job, Maria. Exhale to unwind, come back onto your belly. Taking a second to recenter. And then we're gonna lift up, pressing into the right hand, thread the left arm under, yep, that's right. Thread underneath the right. You roll onto your shoulders, but then your knees bend and you land in a left reclined spinal twist. Perfect. Maybe adjusting the gaze over the right shoulder. Taking 1 more breath here. Exhale to unwind back onto the belly. Good job, guys. All right, feel free to take any wiggles that you need. We're all gonna meet in a downward facing dog and start our peak flow poses. That was nice, that was good. Beautiful, Maria. Okay. Taking your time to really set up the shoulders properly. Here we go. All right, my loves. Let's all take a big inhale in down dog. Exhale, top of the mat for your forward fold. Good. Inhale, you're gonna swoop those arms down, up and around to sink into your chair. Yes. And then, was that inhale? And then exhale, we'll just take a little stand. Good. Inhale, step the right toes back, crescent. Exhale, open, wide leg forward, fold. Nice. Inhale for half lift. Exhale, wide leg forward, fold. Inhale, I want you to turn back to the front of your mat. Exhale, you're in high lunge. Good, left leg is forward. Beautiful. Inhale, up for crescent. Exhale, step, chair, top of the mat. Good. Inhale, straighten up. Exhale, down into chair. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, twist to the right. Press into your prayer hands, maybe taking the gaze over the shoulder, detoxing all of your digestive tract here. 1 more breath. Exhale to unwind. Good. Inhale up. Exhale, flow. I'm gonna turn on the fans. Beautiful. Inhale for half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Grounding hands, inhale, finding your high plank. Beautiful. Exhale, taking your version of a flow, and we will all meet in down dog. That was smooth, girl. Did it feel better? Yeah? Good, Maria. There we go. Nice job, guys. Beautiful. Let's take all of that on the other side. So big inhale for down dog. Exhale, forward fold at the top of your mat. Inhale, you're gonna sweep those arms like reverse swan dive, but then sit into your chair. Good. And then exhale. Prayer hands come through heart center. I don't know if I'm doing these arms the same, but it's fine. Inhale, step left foot back into crescent. Beautiful. Exhale, open, wide leg forward, fold. That's right, girl. Other way. Woo, woo. There you go. Perfect. Inhale for half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, centering yourself back to the mat, staying low, but finding that high lunge. Right leg is forward. Yes, perfect. Exhale, we just make sure we're holding on to that pelvic floor. Inhale, up into crescent. And exhale, big step, chair, top of the mat. Beautiful. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale to lengthen through the crown. Exhale, twist to the left. Good. There we go. Pressing hand into hand, pulling the heart forward. Beautiful. One more breath. And exhale to unwind. Holding this chair, here we go. Inhale, explode up. Exhale, dive. Woo. Nice, Megan. Good. Inhale for half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Ground those hands, finding your way back as you breathe into your high plank. Exhale, take your version of a flow. Very nice, guys. All right, we're gonna do all of that once more on each side, but we're gonna add our yin stretches in. So know if you're feeling a bit tired, skip this one. Find a shape that you're comfortable in and take a rest. Otherwise, I will meet you in downward facing dog. And we're gonna deepen what we just did with a little bit of holds. Good job. Inhale, downward dog. Exhale, forward fold at the top of your mat. Good. Inhale, finding your chair. Let me see. Good. And then exhale, straighten up. Yeah, that was weird. Inhale, reaching back with the right leg for crescent. And then open. Exhale, wide leg forward fold. Now this is that way. That's right, Maria. Now this is where we're going to add some additional stretching, my friends. So we are going to be here for about 2 minutes. Maybe you need your bolster for support for your hands. Maybe you need blocks. Make sure that you grab what you need so that you don't feel like you're just hanging there aimlessly, right? No locking out in the joints. Gentle bend. Very nice. And I want you to give me 5 rounds of breath here in the middle, and then we're gonna go to the left and right leg. So with every exhale, try to pull yourself a little deeper. Try to plant the crown of your head onto whatever is beneath you. That's right. We'll get there one day. Yeah. 2 more rounds of breath. Last one. As you exhale, I want you to turn your torso towards your right thigh. And then I want you to wrap your arms around your thigh. Big hug. Yes, there we go. You may need to bend a little deeper in the knee. You may need to keep your hands on blocks. You don't have to hold around the leg. As long as your energy and your spine is pointing that way, you're golden. So if it's causing extra tension for the upper body to not be supported, just check in with that. 2 more breaths here. Good job. Last one, you got it. I see the shaking. Exhale, hug that left leg. So coming through center, and then you take your rib cage and point it towards that other leg, and then you give it a big old hug. Yes. Now try to flatten out your spine. No rounding, best we can. Put your hands on that bolster, Maria. Yeah, why string? Yeah. It's better, right? Yeah, there we go. Breathe, guys. Try to lengthen out that leg now, Chelsea. You got the spine. Yes, that was like a whole inch, girl. Nice. Last breath. And then exhale, letting go of that left leg, walking those fingertips towards the top of the mat, sinking into your high lunge. Left leg is forward. Nice work, guys. Beautiful. Now, let's take a big inhale up into our crescent. Exhale, big step, top of the mat, or chair. Beautiful, hug the low abs in, support everything. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, dive. Blow it out. Half lift. And fold. Very nice, Megan. Grounding hands, making your way back to your high plank. And then we will all meet back in our downward facing dog. Nice, Maria. I love that you're skipping the little belly thing. I think that's working amazingly. Good choice. All right, my loves. Big inhale, down dog. Exhale, forward fold at the top of your mat. Try to really stretch the backs of the legs, deep forward fold, yes. And then inhale, big swoop of the arms, immediately sinking into your chair. Do you feel how that turns on the abs? Good. And then exhale, stand it on up for me. Beautiful. Nice long body, stepping the left foot back. Inhale for crescent. Woo, good. And exhale, wide leg, forward fold. Now this is our whole, we're probably not gonna hold it as long since we just did this. So maybe one more opportunity to see if you can get a little further in this stretch. Now remember guys, this is not coming from your spine. You've got to fold at the pelvis, at the hips. That's right, Chelsea. Good. So hopefully the goal is you should feel no tension in your upper back. That's when we bring in the blocks for support. Yes. One more breath here. And as you exhale, walk those hands towards the right foot, sinking into that high lunge. Good job, guys. Now opening that pelvic floor, but holding on to the low abs. Pull the spine forward. Lift the belly off of the thigh. Good. And then we're going to inhale up the crescent. Big reach back. Exhale, close it in. Chair, top of the mat. Good. Inhale up. Exhale, dive. Blow it out. Beautiful work, guys. Nice. Good. Very good. And then we will take a rest for 5 rounds of breath. Maybe grab a sip of water, maybe lay in your child's. If you're feeling really snazzy, you can rest in your down dog. Let's take a minute just to see how all that lands before we do our next flow. That half lift is looking really good, girl. Do you feel that little muscle? Like, yep. That is what we're gonna open, and then child's is gonna become easier, right? It's just starting to like get activated.
Everything tight.
Yeah, exactly.
Daily life, not even yoga.
Right. You can tell.
Like I did yoga too, but like.
No, it's just tight, like no matter what. We're gonna open it up. So just taking this moment to be still, to find your breath once again. Know that I will sync it all back up when it is time. All right. 2 more rounds of breath wherever you are. And if you are choosing to do the next flow with us, the next sun salutation flow, you can meet me in downward facing dog. Otherwise, remain in your child's, lie on your belly, friends. Just take a moment to breathe. It's all beneficial. Beautiful work, girls. All right, here we go. Inhale, right toes up for 3 points. Exhale to bend at your knee to open your hip. Good, yes, Chelsea. Inhale, square it back, extending the leg. Now, you might need to peek at me, we haven't done this before. Exhale, big steps, Malasana. What? I got you.
It's kind of fun.
So here, big step, like lizard.
Oh,
All the
okay.
way up.
All right.
There we go. And maybe a block under the hips, if need be, right? Yes. There we go. 2 breaths here. Oh my gosh, it happened. Chelsea. Whoa. Okay, let's keep going. You're gonna like this one, Chelsea, okay? So we're gonna inhale Malasana, exhale to plant the hands, inhale, find that hop. Yes! You can do it! Good! And flow it out. There we go. Good, Maria. Beautiful. Slipping. Oh. There we go, guys. Okay, now, same leg. Inhale, right toes up for 3 points. Exhale, bend at the knee, open that hip. Beautiful. Inhale, squaring the hip, extending the leg. Exhale, bring it up for pigeon. Now you have options here, my friends. You can stay up with your pigeon. Maybe you grab your blocks for support. Oh no, you're fine, I got it. Maybe you lay down. Maybe you're practicing other shapes. All the options in the world. Grab your bolster, love. Yeah. Oh, can you do it yourself?
Maybe.
There we go, there we go. Good, good, good. Nice. 5 rounds of breath here. Oh, you're fine. It's just water. Yeah. Now watch your shoulders, girl.
I know. Always.
Always. So just be softer. Don't do the harder thing. Lay down.
Thank you.
Yeah. Don't look at Chelsea.
Never.
Never look at Chelsea. Yeah.
Noted, accepted. Never an example. That's not just related to yoga either.
It's true. 2 more rounds of breath, my loves. See if you can let the muscles go just a little bit, even like a centimeter, right? Beautiful. Last round. Exhale, let it go. Maria, you stay where you are, okay? Because you look happy and it looks good. We are not going back to down dog. Watch this, guys. I want you to pull up into cheetah as you inhale and then exhale, side plank. You can do it, you can do it.
Cheetah and then plank.
Cheetah and then side plank, right hand down. Right? Oh no, yeah, you're right. Sorry,
Okay.
left hand down. Apologies. Now inhale to reach up through the right hand. Exhale, lift the hips, stretch the arm to the top of the mat. Yes. Inhale. Exhale, come back through center. Take your flow. It's hard. Yeah. It's good for you though.
It's good hard, it's just hard.
Yes. There we go. There we go. Good. We're going to do all of that on the other side. If you need a moment to lower down, shake out the shoulders. There we go. And Maria, this would be a wonderful time for you to kind of, just start deepening your breath and unwinding. And then we'll be able to switch it to the other leg. Yeah. We've got this last side, and then we're going to get into the deep stiff. All right.
You already were.
Downward dog. There we go. All right, left toes, big inhale, high for 3 points. Exhale, bending at the knee, lifting that hip open. Yes, good. Inhale, square the hips, straighten the leg. Exhale, big steps up for Malasana. Let me see, yes. Good, good, good. Good, easy, easy. Now, can you lift a little higher? Okay, that's okay. We stay here. We're pressing the knees open. We're happy. We're breathing. 2 more. Yes. Inhale. Exhale, plant the hands. Inhale again. Exhale. Ooh, you cheating. Put your booty down before you hop. Right here.
Oh.
Yeah. There we go. Exhale. Take your flow. Oh, the tennis. There we go. Beautiful. And then Maria, you're going to slide your left leg forward into your pigeon. Okay. Other friends, big inhale, left toes high for 3 point. Try to fill that up more, Chelsea, right? I love your big kick, but let's extend the whole transition. Exhale to bend at the knee, open the hip. Inhale, square it back up, really reach through those left toes. Exhale, bring it up for your pigeon. Here we go, good breath, nice. Let me know if you need assistance. Notice we've been doing this for we've been really focusing on this for probably the last 4 classes, and it's really gotten a lot better. Yeah? Feels good, yeah. So good, girl. That was fancy. It's like jump rope. Yeah. Okay. Hard and nice.
This is a recorded class now.
Oh, sorry. Everyone, settle your souls. Let's go within. Focus on the stretch, the release of those deep connective tissues. I want you to think about the muscle fiber that's connected to your bone, right? Try to get that to stretch. the shoulders are so hard. You're doing great though. Last 2 rounds of breath. And exhale, you can start to unwind. Maria, you've got about 5 to 7 more rounds of breath there, my love. You're perfect. And then my other friends, you're gonna inhale up into cheetah. Good, and then exhale, make your body long as you open into that side plank. Stack it up. Right knees down. That's right. There we go. Inhale, reach those left fingertips high. Exhale, squeeze the right oblique to lift the hips and reach the left hand towards me. Make yourself into a rainbow. More. Good. Inhale. Hold it. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. You can start to unwind. Oh, that's good. That's good. Oh, come back through center and flow it out. Last flow of the practice. You've got it. Beautiful. Good. And take a rest before we move on. Nice, Maria. Perfect. Belly time. Yay, guys.
I'll tell you what, that little bitty difference in the chaturanga
It's huge, right? Huge. You have you seen what she's been doing? So this is your next step. Once you get comfy in this one, the next one is to go like you have to.
Oh, it's
It's ridiculous.
like a snake. That's why I sound crazy back here.
Okay, friends, split time, splits. We're just getting into stretches. You're nice and warm, lanky. But they look really happy about it too. We're gonna get splits this year. So for you, my love.
Crazy, but that's okay.
Oh no. You're like this house. That's why we're practicing, right?
Oh, I did not do a split.
Yeah, don't be worried. Yeah.
I thought you meant like a full on.
I do, that's where we're going. Yeah. We're just not there yet, but unless we practice, right? So for you, I think you look really happy in your pigeon. So you could either go back to that, or maybe you take like a softer version, this deer shape here.
Okay.
Oh, I'll match you. Here we go. Okay. And then, depends. Sometimes I like it in the front. Sometimes I need it on the side. Oh, but the good news is we have all these bolsters, so you get 2. There we go. And it's supposed to stretch on the outside of the front leg. Yeah? Just like children. Oh, so good. Look at that straight front leg. Yes. Blocks probably will change your life. Okay. 3 more breaths.
Very square.
You're not actually. You really are not square at all. No, I just
Oh,
yeah, one more.
yeah, I just want to just.
Oh, block it out, yeah. So try to think about pulling your right hip towards the, yes, and then you send your left femur bone back. It's perfect, but like energetically, like in your mind, right, the whole time. Yes. One more breath. And exhale to come out. You're perfect, Maria, stay as you are. Good job, ladies. See, even like getting in and out of it, right, is like a whole thing all on its own. So,
Because heat from an span.
it's kind of ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, it sounds like it. Heat might also be on. So like, what is this?
I don't know. Other leg.
You're in your what?
Oh, and you're fine, honey. If you were happy on the first side, because I've got other deep things for them, so you're perfect. There we go. Beautiful.
That's crazy. Oh yeah, it's so different.
Yes, good work, girls. Now, let's become serious. Focus on your breathing, right? Try to like really go within, visualize those legs open. Down to the very core of your being. Breathing in deeply to the belly. And exhaling completely. Good breath, Chelsea. 3 more rounds. You can do it. You can do it. You got it. Try to stay nice and calm. Yes. And exhale to unwind. There we go. Easy does it. Good work, guys. Take a second just to check in with the body. Make sure no craziness took place. Wiggle it out. Okay. Calves. So sit up on your bolster, my love.
Which side are you doing first?
Right over left.
Right
over left. Yes.
I like to do something that's because I can
Never get it mixed up. Yeah. So here's the thing. Do you see how you're all janked up on that side because you're forcing yourself into a shape?
Okay.
I really need you to stop forcing yourself into shape. So that's what's going on up here too, right? Just find a slide. This is the same thing. Yeah. Don't even cross your legs. Look how short that side is. This one. This right here. Don't you feel all hyped up like this? Uncross. Maybe you just say easy, right? Yeah. Because then you're like trying to hold it, right? And it's counterproductive to what you're doing. So you can maybe like wiggle your feet like further away from each other, right? But just don't worry about it. Just sit up tall, find ease in your effort. This is enough. Right? Good, Megan. Yes, good alignment. And then I think maybe you can start bringing this foot towards me. Right. Yes.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
Good.
Good. There we go. 3 more rounds of breath.
Oh, wait, I just.
Yes, good. Last round, you got it. Good, Maria. And exhale to unwind. There we go. Perfect. Maybe taking a second to extend the legs out in front of you. You reaching towards those toes. Yes. And then when you're ready, setting up for cow face on the other side, left over right. Left over right. Perfect, Maria. Yes, good job, my love. Yes. There we go. This side is always weirder for me. The left side is tighter, so it's all good. Just take an extra moment to set ourselves up for success. Perfect. How does it feel?
It feels fine. It just looks strange looking down.
Just drop it. Yeah. Yes. Do you see how the like knees are connected and then it's like a straight line out with your shins?
Mhm.
That's kind of where you want to go.
Oh, you this one?
Yeah. And then the knees should hopefully be down on the ground.
Okay.
Yeah. Tall and turn. 5 more rounds of breath here. Remember, you're gonna feel a little hold deep down in the connective tissues. Try to let it release. Exhale. Give me 2 more rounds. Last one. And exhale to unwind. Yes. Good work, my friends. Maria, that was beautiful. Good job. And then whenever you are ready, you're going to come onto your spine. I would like to close our practice with a bridge or a wheel. Now your bridge can be supported if you would like, and maybe you remain there for your Shavasana. If you're taking the supported bridge, you can put a pillow, a blanket, or a block underneath your sacrum. If you're doing wheel, make sure that you're nice and square.
Stay there for Shavasana.
Don't stay in wheel for Shavasana. But if you're not feeling any of those things, just start to move into your final wiggles, friends. Nice job. Yes. Turn your toes parallel, Chelsea. Yes. Good, Maria. Good, Maria. Ooh, I love it. That was a beautiful bridge. Do that again. Yes. Now, pull your heels in just a little bit closer. Open your feet so you feel balanced. And I want you to squeeze your butt so much that this will relax. Right? It's this teeter-totter. Yeah. One more inhale wherever you are. And exhale, starting to move into your final resting position. Very good work, my friends. Does anyone need a blanket covering them? Is everyone happy? Great. So finding whatever shape is calling to you most. Maybe you decide to take Shavasana laying on your belly. You'll notice some of our friends have reclined butterfly, feet up on a bolster. So friends at home, just make sure that you are truly feeling supported so that you can really relinquish control and drift away. Let's all take one cleansing breath together. Big inhale. And then open the mouth to exhale. Start to let your mind become quiet. Your glutes unclench and your jaw softens. And just rest for a while, my loves. I'll bring you back when it's time. Turn to very slowly. Start returning to your body. Take it easy. Start with your breath. Not moving too quickly and never feeling rushed. Feeling the air flow in and out. Maybe bring a little movement to your fingers and toes. And if a full body stretch is calling to you, maybe feel free to just find a little bit of organic movement. job. We're gonna rest for about 5 more rounds of breath in whatever shape feels best to you. Maybe you remain as you are. Maybe you roll into a fetal. Stay present with yourself. This is still your time. Last round of breath. And as you exhale, begin to slowly rise. I'll meet you in a seated vertical shape of your choice. Maybe keep your eyes closed as you press up from the earth. Good work, guys. I'm going to close with this week's quote. Everything is within. Seek nothing outside of yourself. If you'd like, join me in bringing prayer hands to heart center, thanking yourself for your beautiful practice this evening. Thank you so much for trusting me to guide you. We'll all take one more inhale together. And as we exhale, we'll bow and say namaste. Namaste. Thank you, friends. Namaste. Making sure you don't move too quickly, sitting in your peace as long as your evening relaxes. Namaste, friends at home. Take care. We'll see you next time.